Good morning, and how is everyone today? We're gonna hop into Blender, create some stuff. Probably, I think we know enough, just enough now. Enough to be horribly, horribly dangerous at this. Alright, so a couple things I want to do. First, I'm going to change some of my default scene setup. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so I can see all of that. Screen keys, go ahead and turn that on. File. Save start a file. Good. So if we do that again, general, don't save. Oh, it doesn't save that. Is that preferences? Anyhow, it's fine. Okay, well, I'm going to start with the armature because I need to be able to name portions of the character a certain way. So we're going to do that. Then one thing I didn't explore was how to associate new vertices into something with a vertex group. Let's double check on that real quick. Because if we had this and we had a vertex group, let's say we come down here, create a new vertex group, call this Bob, group, Bob, whatever. Doesn't matter. Edit mode, select all the vertices, assign them. Okay, now we have Bob. Got some vertices there, good. Now if I do a loop cut here, well, anywhere, those are in the middle of Bob. Oh, if we select, why do we get all of them? Do loop cuts automatically get associated? What if I did an extrusion? Are those still part of Bob? Deselect, select, huh, still everything. All right, and what if we had Frank? Yeah. Nothing selected for Frank, select, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and give it one of these, select this section here, assign those to Frank, and we will remove them from Bob. So if we deselect, good. Now let's select Bob, that's there. And if we, well, should have deselected Bob, go to Frank, select Frank, deselect Frank. Okay. Now we have those two different sets of vertices, vertex groups. What happens then if we do a loop cut in the middle of them? A ring cut, come on, where is it? Oh, there, over here, right there. Who do you belong to? Are you part of the one that I currently have selected? Because that was Frank. If I select Bob, oh, interesting. If I deselect that, and then we go to Frank and select. Ah. So you're part of the vertex group like that. Hey, good morning, Ektandev. How are you? Okay, well, that's good to know. And I imagine if we ended up, say, removing that loop cut. So I delete that, dissolve vertices there. Well, not exactly what I wanted to do. Solve edges, there. That's better. But if we locked these, so now we can't modify them. And we did another ring cut. There. Oh, no. Deselect everything. Select Bob again. Oh, even though it was locked. Okay. I guess that's intended. Fancy. Happy Friday, Acton. Yeah. This is what our character looks like before it becomes something. It is not shapeless. Anyhow, where do we begin with this? I feel like a better starting point for a character wouldn't be something like this. It would be something like this that has the subdivision surface modifier tossed onto it. Okay, we want more levels than that. That might be too many levels. That's probably just fine. So we're going to go ahead and apply that. Come in here, go into vertice edge mode, F3. Called 2sphere on it. Give it a 1. Good. Let's see. Do you notice the difference? Before, after, before, after. Oh, you know what? I can take the little learning blender bit off there. Alright, we're not going to do this in Blender tutorial. This is going to be Rust, Legacy, character prototype. We can put it over there for now. I'm going to overwrite character. Go ahead and save that. Alright, one more time. 2sphere. No changes. Great. And I think this would make a decent starting point for a character. We can extrude arms and legs from it. Do all sorts of cool stuff. Alright, so let's bring in some reference material. As we saw before, Chibi Anime. We're going to do a rough draft Chibi. Alright, and we were going to go for the 1 to 1.5 head to body size. And if you look at this one over here, this is like a 1 to 1. Now for me, that's a bit too far. This is like a 1 to 2. So we're looking for something between those. It's kind of the equivalent to a person putting a lump of clay on the table and saying, "This here can be molded into a character." Yes. All right. So looking for a good sort of front-on size, and we could also scale some of this. I mean, these here are kind of the right size for this. Like this one on the right here. Kind of want arms, the arm length. So maybe the one on the left. All right. All right, Chibi front reference. I'm having trouble finding the folder. Just a moment. Source, Rust. Legacy. There we go. Character prototype. Okay. Coming back over here. Right click. Oh, we're in edit mode. Shift A. Image. Fascinating. That's not the image I want. I thought that I had something enabled. I'm going to go to preferences. This might be helpful to others, so we're going to enabled add-ons only was these. I am looking for, oh, it's not in there. Oh, interesting, they have BioVision motion capture format, the BHV stuff. Interesting. Alright. This one is the one I want. Import images as planes. That is why we didn't see it. Alright, so close that. Nope, I forgot to save the preferences. I mean, it has autosave on, but if it crashes... I don't know, sometimes it feels like autosave doesn't always autosave. At least not the preferences. Especially if it crashes. Anyhow, so now we have that. We should be able to come in here, hit A, images as planes. So before we saw reference background, now we have images as planes. We can do that, references GB front. All right, that image there is very far away. We're going to come into the view settings, which were where? Not there. No. Modifier here. It's in this one. I'm still learning these tabs. Viewport display, in front. I mean, we can do that, or... I don't think it's actually what we want. I think we want this one to always be in front, but we also want, oh, want that to be textured. Okay, I'm going to make this smaller. And there's our lump of clay. And this has no texturing. There. Ah, that's right, because we have to put it in textured mode. What? Textured? Solid? What time did the man go to the dentist? 2:30. Oh. Ooh. All right, we're gonna save this one and attribute it to you. that's that's a good bad one. You know, that really is. That's now how do we say this? A squarey bot? All right, we got that recorded. That's a good Clippy emote idea. Rolling eyes for reacting to the dad jokes. Absolutely. Good morning, Rambane TR. How are you? All right, I do want to change the elf on this. Can we change it here? No. Where was it that we could change that? Was it invisibility? No, no, no. Not transform. Alpha? Oh. Alright, so that's just got the... Oh, viewport display. Color. That doesn't do it either. I've lost it. Not that one. We found this, what was it, a week ago. Now it's gone. Is it over here? I'm doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. Item. View. 3D cursor. No, we don't need that. Alright, we've got a surface, volume, viewport displays, color, should not be needed. That doesn't change a thing. Alright, anyhow, let's not spend too much time on that. Because what we can do is set this up so that it's only viewable in certain scenes. Display stick. Oh, I don't want to show the axis. I want to limit the display. Interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to put up a reference image. I would like it to only be visible from, well, from the right. I guess I want to rotate this and do a couple other things with it. So let's fix that up first. Then the scale's way off. What are my units for the scene? I mean, it should be meters, which means that this thing is pretty big. Whoa. Let's see, what are the dimensions? All right, so it's... Y is 1. That just seems strange. Alright, let's pull this up. And we're going to rotate it. So then we'll go into the front view. Actually see it. Good. Let's hide that for now. Trying to get it centered in. Yeah. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be good enough. Alright, there's that. There's our lump of clay over there. There. So we're going to start with this being the head. And we're going to give this some scale to it. Alright, now anime characters have very specific chins, etc., which I'm not going to touch right now. We're not going to touch on that. So we're going to just go for some of the rest of this. The chibi for a moment. Okay, what do we have here? We've got 4 cells on the bottom. I feel like I want a couple more ring cuts. Just for that, it'd probably be okay. This is front, right? Yes. Yep. One there. One there. Give a little bit more definition on that side. Same thing over here. Escape, ring cut, click, escape. Good. Now this should give us a couple other faces that we can then select on the bottom and extrude. Okay. Now at this point we can either take another sphere like we built up above to make the body out of, or I mean that would kind of be nice. Maybe we should have done that and then join them. Let's unextrude that. Take this, do this, duplicate on there, GZ, hold that down there. This is the body. Okay. Let's hide this. Wireframe mode. Yeah. I'm going to take out the faces there and do a bridge loop in the middle. Alright, so let's rename these head, lofty, body. There we go. I just want to look at the head here. Let's. No, everything else should. Selection. There. Edit mode, faces, select, 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 select. Delete, dissolve faces. There we go. Now we have a hole there. Hide that one. Go to the body. Same thing on the top here. This is all faces. And now we have to select some vertices here. I think it'll be easier to select these using this tool. Okay, select that as an edge. Turn the head on. Other one off. Select the head. I know what? These should be in the same thing. So we're going to join those. Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. Because if we join them, I need to make sure the vertex groups are set up for the rest of this. What are we going to do for the legs? You know what? I should have been doing this in mirror mode. Alright, fine. We'll do it in mirror mode. Take that out of there. I'm going to join these, which means I have to select them in the right order. Control J. Which arguably was the wrong order. Character. Okay, now we have a bunch of vertices without any vertex groups. I'm not gonna do that yet. Okay. But it does mean that we can select these edges, like we were trying to do before. Now, edge select mode. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bridge edge loops, there's the neck. Okay. It looks like a big dumbbell. It's getting there. However, I want to go back to front view. I'm going to select everything here. I'm going to take the left side off. Vertices there. I'm going to delete these vertices so we end up with half. Now for this, we're going to add modifier, mirror. Flipping, yes. Merge, that's fine. Axis, okay, that looks good. And now you can actually see the kind of the head to body ratio. The rest of the distance to the ground is going to be the legs. And then, of course, we'll make the body much more slender than the head. And then we'll probably simplify it a touch, because we're not going to need all of these vertices in the body. I don't know. We might, because it depends on the animations, how much we want it to deform. Okay. Edit mode, faces. Whoa, extrude. That's not what I meant. Hey, Xenocron. Oh, goodness, well, thank you. So I ended up, what was it, yesterday? I think I hit the threshold for them to actually cut a check for this stuff, which is amazing because I think I've streamed for some 1,300 plus hours, and I did some calculations. Um, my effective um, dollar per stream, dollar per hour, right? What is my hourly rate for this? It's about it's not quite 10 cents. So yeah, not going to be getting rich on Twitch streaming, but it is definitely encouraging. I really appreciate it. It helps me with my caffeine addiction. So thank you. Skill Z0. Get that. Now we should be able to set these on the ground plane. If I don't think it'll let us just change this. Yeah, that's what I mean by helping me with my caffeine addiction. Well, it's my it's my morning cup of Joe. I've actually been making breakfast for my wife and I in the morning, which is why I've not been streaming at like 6:30 but 7. But let's pull that down a little bit. All right, super simple legs. We'll probably toss in some more vertices in there so that it can bend and transform a little bit better. And the arms, I think I'm actually gonna take the arms out of probably these faces here and move them up. I think a lot of these faces in here. These edge loops here. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's bring the body in a touch. I need to see through this. Let's go to the side view. Okay. Oh, yeah, scale 0. Scale Y 0. Enter. Move it in GY. Okay, we're just gonna bring you in. I know now it looks like it's completely flat on the front. That's okay. This is my modeling capabilities using my week and a half worth of Blender training. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, actually. No, just enough to do this. It's only fair. Did that move? That did move. Okay. It's like those little moments where it's like, I don't know if this is moving all of them. GG. Now we pull that in. So touch. Okay. Whoa, where did we go? Oh, there it is. Okay. pull up this row so that we could have nicer shoulders. That, and I should probably flatten out this row there, that layer. Yeah, we're going to select those. We're going to scale in the Z direction to 0 to flatten it. Then GZ, we're going to move it up in the Z direction. We're going to do the same thing here. Scale Z, 0. GZ. Move that up. We're going to do a loop cut. There. Did that get all the way around? Ooh, it did. Lovely. Okay, now we're looking to set up the arms. The arms, I think I want to pull out from 4 faces, which means I might need one more loop cut. Oops, not that. Okay, that's good. Toss that in there, bring that up a touch. Okay, now select faces. I'm going to extrude that a touch. All right. What about the rest of the body? Yeah, that's going to get cleaned up, I'm sure. The head is nowhere near where it should be. I'm not even going to touch that for chibiism yet. That. And the feet. Oh, interesting how it does the loop cut at that angle. And this is what the pyramid was actually teaching us about, the pyramid lesson. It's how to deal with stuff like that. But I think the easiest way to get some of these is to scale in the perpendicular axis that you want it to be flat to. So in this case, we're going to scale all of these in the Z direction, which is up down here, to 0, and then it flattens it out. That is so very useful. So we're going to do that with a couple others. Scale Z 0 there. I don't know about this one though. That seems somewhat appropriate. I mean, the vertices on the right might be a little too high up. Bring that edge down. All right. Now the feet are going to be low poly as well. I wonder if this edge loop here should move out just a bit. There. All right. We're going to select some vertices. That one and this one. Bring those toes in. Not too far though. I'm gonna kick myself for this one later. Adding toes. Yeah. That's gonna come back to haunt me. All right. Now let's look again to our reference material. I've drawn chibis before, and I'm gonna make sure that we're still on par. Body is a little low for this case. And it's big. Body's big. The legs are big. But it's... Maybe pull these vertices down here up. Yeah, they need to come up to about the navel. Interesting. All right. Okay, let's do that. How's that? It's a little closer. Maybe just a touch more. I wonder if instead of doing that, here, let's come back here, select character, go into the view settings for it. There, it shows wire. Now, do we select everything when we go through it? We don't. We stop at the image. So we have to select via loop cut, or via the edge loops. I would rather have it the other way, where I could work in wireframe mode, but see the art. View layer properties, scene properties, options. Custom? No, nothing. We had seen this the other day, and now I have no idea where it is. Yeah, there's preview. We get that. Don't need that. Volume settings. All right. Okay. Now, if this was a chibi wearing some jeans. It's funny how I struggled there. Hey, good morning. Morning, Vin. It's funny because I think jeans are they don't translate poorly into other English variants. Right, so British English pants mean something different than American English. Trousers. I mean, it's just a mess. It's like we're trolling the world. Oh, options. I also wanted to come in here. Or was it this one? Yes, and choose a material. No, 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 not that one. Was it this one? Options. Here we go. Matte cap, clay. There. It's got a little sheen to it. You can tell the shape a little easier. It's kind of nice. Oh, look, now just by turning that on, I see I want to adjust the toes. Oh. There we go. Are there quick keys to switch between these views? Alright. Now, I'm going to clean the body up a little bit more. Oh, I did not want that. Alright, Chibi. It seems too dark now. Oh, I removed the light from the scene. And where did the light go? Oh, it's really far away. And it's behind them. Okay. That's better. I don't want to duplicate that light too. Let's move you over here. Duplicate you. Move the dupe over here. Come back, select this, go to the other scene. Now you are way washed out. Okay. Oh, that's funny. You're just so much closer. Oh, that reminds me. Because I almost deleted that, I want to save this. File, save as, character. There. So the body here is still not right. It needs to be a lot thinner. And
Got a little Swedish there.
I know, I think the location of the inseam is just fine. So let's bring in the sides. Come back over here. Edit mode. Can we select edge loops here? Probably not all of them. Okay, let's go here, front view. Select up to here, including these three there. Welcome, Raiders. We are making a chibi. So, any anime fans out there? Okay, let's see. Good morning. Morning, Shurshak. How are you? All right, shoulders need to be a little higher. We can do that. So we'll bring this section up here, this section up as well. But how does the body compare to the background? Maybe just in a little bit more. Okay, and then we'll focus on the legs later. Then the neck on these is surprisingly robust. The leg right now reminds me of like a Jar Jar. Just that stance, the way the legs come out. Ugh. For a movie that had such a negative effect on me, I sure do remember a lot of it. I think if what other movies have tainted the word prequel like Episode 1 has? Is it just me? I mean, maybe it is just me. All right, we're not even worrying about the profile yet, because I think this is probably still too much as well. So, Musean, how was your stream today? Oh, and I found something the other day. Where did it go? I found some Blender jokes. Oh, try to set up some CI for OpenSSL on Windows. Oh, wow. All right. Let's bring this up. Maybe even a little further. Select all of that. Not too much though. On a normal Windows build, OpenSSL would take 8 minutes to compile. Wow. Oh, you can get that to work. Wow. That's too bad about stuff. I don't know, just things being gross like that in CI. Select these. So you don't test against it on Windows either? Oh. Yeah, that's just not right yet. Okay, let's look at this. Oh, wrong view. I mean, here the shoulders are coming in about up like in this area. And I think the head's too low. Should probably flatten out the shoulders a touch. Send this in here. Let's flatten that out. Bring that down. Okay. Oh, 32-bit Windows. 32-bit Linux. The double correct. Oh, started to play around with the WebSocket crate. Partially done with the Tokyo Oda 3 upgrade. Oh, wow. Tokyo Oda 3 is out? Ooh. Wow, what changed there? It's a release kind of for 1.0 basically? Oh, wow. Repository. Let's take a peek. It's funny how I come in here expecting to see a changelog, but it's not there. It's one level in. IO driver internal rewrite. Minimum supported Rust version? Wow, okay, 1.45. Ooh. It's now an async function. Oh wow. They want the yeah, this is like Crossbeam, right? The same sort of Crossbeam pattern. Internal mutability. And they added blocking sync modes. Nice. MIO 0.7, so this compiles quicker on Windows, right? Oh, it's the pattern that small uses. Gotcha. It's as fast to compile as small now? Holy cow. How'd they do that? Not using futures, or they're using futures light or something? I mean, futures, I guess they never really used futures, did they? Well, they kind of used futures. No, there was a compat for futures, wasn't there? It was Tokyo Utils. That's right. Map functions take lock guards. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Removed. I hope vector ops are removed. I wonder why. Why'd they remove that? That seemed like it would have been a good thing to be able to use. Map Mutex is here. It does sound really cool. Are we working on art today? We are working on art. We're taking just a little bit. We're sipping our coffee, looking at changelogs in Tokyo for a moment. Oh, they're being added in a second trade. Well, isn't that what the game is? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I wouldn't mind having a text interface to the game eventually. Remove bytes from public API. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of work going into this. Requires the mutex and clones the reference to it. Acquires it. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So you don't need a weird lifetime, which is super annoying across futures. Oh, nice. That was weird. I think I had to work around that once. Maybe even more than once. All right, let's get our arms going here. These, we're gonna move up a touch. Their arms are tiny. Can also take this edge loop here, move this one up. Same with this one. It removes the lifetime, but it requires that your mutex is an arc mutex. I see. Alright, the legs are gross and that's annoying me. I'm gonna pull these in. Also, this here, I'm gonna scale this in the Z direction just because I want that a little flatter for the bottom of this This character. Move that up a touch. Alright. Now for these here, along with this, I think that's the right set. Interesting that we've got that little curve in the bottom of the foot. Move you left. Take these. Pull that in left. There. Scale in X just a touch. Flatten it out. Oh. Pull that in. Okay, a little bit better. Not perfect. And this. Go up a little bit more. With these two as well. Oh, that's the top of the foot. I can't do that one. The map method on the lock API. Makes a new mapped mutex card for a component of the lock data. Feels like IOC. This is cool. This is really nice. Nice. Yep. Plays in a bit. Is here. Scale X. Pull this back out a touch. Okay. And I know that this side view is all wonky. I'm not worrying about that yet. Alright, just because I know I'm going to need it later, we're going to have a loop cut there. The elbow, probably also one for the bicep and the forearm, but we're not there yet. So we'll just undo that and save, acknowledging that it's incomplete. Okay, now for a little bit more on the body. Okay. That mutex map reminds me of the, oh, what is it, in the API for GD native on the user data objects. All right, let's check this. Try map is even better. Oh, it lets you return change the T of the mutex card? What? Wow. Wow. But it also lets you fail. And keep the same lock. I see. The original guard is returned if the closure returns none. So isn't it true that you can change the type here? Do you mapped mutex guard? Oh, and this gives you a result of a mapped mutex guard. In the failure case, returns self. I see. Oh, let me copy that. Copy link location. Let's take a peek. Going from guard any to guard T. Target T, where T is a generic. And then downcast mutable. Wow. That's neat. Hmm. Would this solve some of the issues I was having in GD Native Rust, because the map over there wouldn't. Yeah, basically you couldn't return something that was. Basically, it was created on the stack in here. You couldn't return something that was pointing to its lifetime that was on the stack here instead. That's right. Because it had to be static. Well, I get that it doesn't create a new item, but I think what I was trying to do before, I ended up assigning it to a local because it had to have something. Whereas in this case, if I was doing something like this, it wouldn't need to be assigned to a local and could be returned. Well, the reference to it could be returned because of the lifetime. This is neat. And this is specific to parking lots mutex guard, huh? Wow. Well, it's in the lock API, which is parking lot implements, right? I see, except Tokyo's as async. That's cool. I feel like I've missed so much just being in like art for a week. Okay, 2 weeks maybe. But it's important. So I feel like the head just isn't high enough here. And maybe, oh yeah, head's not high enough. Okay, let's fix that. And it doesn't look big enough. Okay, first, come through here. Vertex selection, that's right, we got the mirroring on. GZ, we're gonna bump that up a little bit. Okay, and we're gonna scale it. Oh, that's gross. That's not going to scale well. You're gonna be supporting both Tokyo 2 and 3. Oh, that's right, because you've already pushed that stuff forward. Came up with a new scheme for it. Nice. Capitan has been super stable, by the way. It's running for like 10 days, 15 hours, 30 minutes now. Oh, I see. Twitch Chat Tokyo. Got it. That's cool. All they do is provide a connect and a connect TLS. Then you can specialize, provide a nice interface for that. Oh, nice. That's cool. Oh, look, I did it. I think it's really about there. The chin has to be brought down, which is fine. And then the top portion of the head actually needs to expand a little bit. Just a touch. Whoa, let's go back to the front. Okay, maybe the top 3 now. So you just bring in the crate and pick some of the adjacent runtime related crates. Nice. 20 lines each, but it wouldn't require you bumping the main version on. Yeah, it changes additions. That's smart. Pushing that out. Especially then you wouldn't need to bump your crate whenever small bumped or Tokyo. That's nice. Alright, I think I'm gonna take these 4. Go here. Why can I not move along that? Oh, it's trying to move that way. Yeah. Let's see, right now we have 287 verts, and if we merge... Ah, we did have duplicates. Okay. Must have done that. Last release async net didn't even exist. Yeah, it's true. Has anyone else found small, almost too small, like the first thing you ever wanted to make with it? You pulled in Futures instead of Futures Lite, and even ended up making your own stream implementation. I haven't, actually. Do I use Rust at work too? I do not. I do not. I am a JavaScript dev by day. I'm gonna pull some of this stuff down for the chin. Just to make it kind of fit there. I know that it's different on the back. Might be okay. We'll have to see how that plays out. Yeah, I'm a web dev. JavaScript. I've been doing JavaScript for over 20 years, so if you want to screw with somebody's JavaScript project, change the prototype chains at runtime. You always write your own timeout, select now or never. I do, over my career, I've done front end and back end work. I really like back end work, and I like front end work in that you see changes more quickly. You see things happening more often. Back end, you can get into a point where, sorry, where it doesn't feel like stuff is moving fast enough sometimes. Move that down a touch. These, easy, pull those down. Yeah, that's a better head shape. Still, this is far from perfect. It's just good enough at the moment. And I think I'd like to move these out this way a touch. This one, same thing. Bump those out. Okay, we'll probably need more details in the middle for the face, etc. The back of the head probably has too much definition. It's like some of these, this. It's in the wrong spot. It should probably be over there. Whatever. Let's come back up here. Working on proportions. Okay, I think we got the neck okay. Shoulders still feel a little low to me. And maybe a little slender. Maybe we just leave that there and let the adornments change the shape of the shoulder. You checked in, it has literally the whole iterator interface? Really? Wow. I want to see that too. Wow. This is moving very quickly. But I think it's quickly in a well-behaved way. Oh, I wonder what these were. IO split. It'd be nice to have dates on these. And it's also interesting that Tokyo has basically removed bytes from its interface. Tokyo split. So, okay. Riddle me this. The other day, you had been in your chat talking about um, socket. Is it? No, it wasn't socket. It was TCP stream. And TCP stream has this API for getting the file descriptor, right? Which you can then clone and do other things with. The file does it too. So, and then you can basically create another TCP stream out of these things, right? From raw FD. So you can basically take it down to its raw file descriptor, clone it, and then you don't have the locks around it. You're just using. That wasn't your stream. I thought you pointed to something like this. Maybe it was. Oh, try clone. It was try clone. Sorry, you pointed to this. That's right, it was this one. So try clone ends up letting you do this. How is this better or worse than doing like Tokyo split or IO split? I never do stuff on Windows. I actually used to work with Windows devs that only worked in kernel space, and their world was so bizarre. You can't try clone an async TCP stream. But can't you try clone a TCP stream before it becomes an async TCP stream? It's super racy with how features work on them. Hmm. I see. You could do that with async, but well, that was an async dupe, right? But not with, let's say, Tokyo. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, just small async. Makes sense. Okay. Okay. Oh, we can kind of just make it look good. I'm wondering. Yeah, see how the head is shaped on the profile here? Chin comes down after the ear kind of goes up and around. That's for async dupe. It used to give you the. Oh, I see. The exclusive borrow. Excuse me, not the exclusive. The borrowed TCP stream behavior standard. I still like the a la carteness of small. But if Tokyo is compiling faster now, that really takes kind of one of my workflow kind of critiques away from it. I really like Tokyo, but it's nice to understand like the Tokyo way and then the other ways, especially learning Rust. So yeah, this one's proportions are like 2.5 body to head. This one's like 1.5 body to head, almost 2 body. You can see shoulders, etc. in there. Yeah, and in here they have a bit more of a body shape to them. All right, which we're not adding at the moment. All right. I see. If you don't use the Tokyo macros, it's fast. Oh, but Tokyo Select. Tokyo Select is so nice. Yeah. Like when I'm not using Tokyo and I have to do select stuff, I absolutely miss it. All right, leg portions I think are good there. Might bring in the inner lug just a bit more towards the center, make the legs a little bit wider. Here, here, here. Probably these as well. There. Which means we should probably move these in just a touch. Well, separately. Okay. That's better. One force have made it compile sin in debug mode in your release mode. Oh, wow. How did they do that? Is it just all build time dependencies are debug mode? I'm wondering what the rule change was there. Oh, I see. Build ups are always in debug mode. Good, good, good. That's really nice. That's really nice. Okay. So we have this. I'm gonna give this a say. Oh, what kind of bird is that? When you see the chickens running for their lives and this gigantic bird overhead. I saw that. I was looking the other day and I saw 1.47 is normal in Restock now. Or is in normal Restock, which is really cool. Alright, so we got this. I wonder if we should pull in the rig for a moment. Actually, I don't even know how tall this thing is. How tall is this? In games, you typically have 2-meter tall elements. This is nearly a meter tall. I mean, half size. That's like a 4-year-old. I want them a touch large. I guess depending on how big we want the other creatures. Like, how tall would this be compared to a human? Like I guess a standard, let's say a realistically drawn human, as opposed to anime human. Half a meter is probably too small. So let's scale these just a touch. Move those up, good. Okay, what's your size now? 1.2 meters? What's 1.2 meters to feet? 4 foot tall? Yeah, that's okay. We can do that. Alright, so for all this stuff, let's apply the rotation and scale. So that's their actual size. Cargo edit got updated. Ooh. They made back traces. Oh, I saw the back traces once. The in and out dance where, yeah. That's going to be nice. I am so looking forward to getting back to Rust Code. Alright, we're going to set the origin point out here somewhere. I just want to see the rig next to it. View, let's set the location of that. 0, 0. No. Should be 1. 1. Then the other two should be zeros. Okay, that's over there. Good. Let's add a armature. Get out of that mode. Armature. Basic human. We don't want the complicated one, we just want the simple one. Okay, and that is way too big. Scale that down. Kind of like so. Oh, that is creepy. That matches really well. Ah. I pulled this in because of the proportions. I wanted to see what this was like. So if we look at this from the front view, which we're in, move this over to kind of world origin, and then we say view always in front. You can kind of see where the hips, etc. are. So we could pull the hips up a touch to get the human sort of scale feel. Either that or scale up the armature. Let's scale it up a bit so the shoulders are in about the right spot. There we go. Now the neck is about right. We can see the length on the arms. And yeah, then there we go. We pull the hips up a bit. You can do cargo add some create no default features. Oh wow. That has been missing. That is very, very nice. You can do cargo add some create with dash dash no dash default features optional. Wow, no default features. Yeah, sure, Shaq. They are very verbose. I imagine that there's a terse version of that, but right, I'm gonna take character out of the view. Where oh look, her hands are kind of on the hips of the armature. Okay, this is good. It's interesting how the proportion of the Chibi's body is actually fairly proportional. Legs are a little off. I think the armature, I'm gonna have to scale its lower portion just a touch. Yeah, move the hips down. Oh, it uses a request for a single HTTP get. Wow. Okay, if I'm going to basically scale the legs down on the armature, I think I can avoid that. Okay, I'm gonna hide the meta rig. Back to the character here. The hips. Yeah, we're gonna bring up the hips on this. Just a bit. That is so weird, Tony. Okay. So I could probably remove one of these. There. You spent 4 hours trying to port Toml edit to combine. Before we gave up? Wow. Probably the deepest end of the Rust crates that you can think of. In terms of crate magic. Parser combinators. Oh wow. 0 copy support. Oh, are you familiar with Parsec then? Oh, you know Parsec, okay. An Atto Parsec? Or is it a top Parsec? Or is it Atto? Oh, there's SI pre. Oh, I get it. Yep. All right. Scale Z0. Fix that up. This scale Z. Hmm. The easy parser is quote unquote easy. All right. Yeah, let's start working on some of the profile bits here. Okay, first off, just pull that in, tighten this up. Now we've lost all the shape on the front. That's perfectly fine. Pull this in too. All right, some of these. A little bit of a lift. A little bit more curve to the shoulders. Just roughing it in, really rough. It's better. Still has these funky points here, here. Should be like moved in or something. It's like they should be going up and over. Just don't look right. I like this sharp point body. And it needs to go in. Kind of this way. It's too far in. That's better, but it's still awful. Okay. It's subtly less horrible. There really isn't any documentation on what changed between 3 and 4? Oh no. So you have to go through the commits to see when something was removed, and then guess on what you were supposed to do now. That sounds horrible. Okay. Your head is way too pointy up here. Is that just general for this shape? Oh, it is. Okay, so that got scaled up a bit too much. Take this, we'll drop that down a bit. Just in general, pull that in. Yeah, okay, that's okay. The ones in the face here, I'm not really worried about. Those will change later. I want to see the back view. I was hoping there's like a control, like a modifier key to go to the back view. I see. This here, pull that up a touch. Same with this one. So we don't get weird sort of texturing artifacts. Yeah. You got most of it to work, just not how Automata does error reporting. Oh, I see. Source position, etc. doesn't exist in 4. Oh, wow. Or it's just the same tuple. Meanwhile, you have to deal with this. Turn time, okay. Oh. That creates parser. So this macro here, what order do these macros happen in? Does it do them this one first, and then it'll go through and do the second one? Oh, wow. Yeah, that seems hard to get right. Seems really hard to get right. And what is this? Why the square bracket here? Is this saying that inside where you have an array of I? I don't understand this syntax. I see range stream here, and they have some associated trait types, some constraints on that, but I don't understand the square bracket. Oh, it's a parser syntax. Okay, okay, gotcha. Just replacements for that. That makes sense. Huh. Ifs are kind of in the right place. Pull this in, just, oh, it didn't select the whole thing. See through mode, select them all again. Scale, in a touch. I don't know how far we want to do that. Just barely. Pull that in there. Let's do a loop cut here. That's a little better.
Set it off, let your body feel the rhythm groove. Feet moving, your body turn into a wave. Let it go, you gotta let it go. Feel the rhythm moving through you.
Okay, that is fine there. Where's our armature? Back here. Ah, this view. Okay, I think the armature is right in that our arms are actually too low coming out of the body. So we should move that up. The hips, I know, are going to get adjusted. We're going to move the hips down in the armature. Oh, you like the combined crate. Version 4 made use of impl trait. So you just return impl parser. Nice. I'm gonna try and adjust the rig here. Just a touch. I think what we're seeing over here is good. Let's take the meta rig off, turn this back on. Get some better lighting. Now fix the shoulders, get those in the right spot. The arms, actually I might take those faces off and redo the arms. Yeah, let's just go back to 0 on the arms. There we go, edit mode. Gonna dissolve those edges. But I think that's going to leave a hole there. Oh, it did. Don't want to do that. Let's just move it in.
Silence fills this empty space, and I can't get out the stain you left on everything. Yeah, you're all over me, but I'm not over you. Time hasn't healed, 'cause I still feel the bruise. I don't wanna do this anymore.
Okay, that's probably close enough.
Better off without you than
Merge by distance.
I feel any better. Sticks and stones can break
Okay.
my bones, but then
Are those gone?
put them back together. Why do I try when I won't change my mind? If I'm better off without you, then why
Okay, one vertex selected, one vert, that should be 2. Good.
any better?
Okay, we have that there. I'm going to take the shoulders. I think I have too many of these. That and that probably go away. We can add them back later if we need.
Paper cuts don't hurt like this.
Trying to decide where to take the shoulders out from.
I'm so nervous
Seems like it should be
biting my lip.
these two faces,
I've been checking
and not that one.
this never
These two,
ends. Everyone knows that I can't even
right? Probably also these,
get back from you.
and then we can
Better off without you, then why
shape it
don't
down.
I feel any better?
But doing that, I feel like I need to get rid of one of these loops because I don't want that much data here. So let's get rid of, oh, not that edge strip. Get rid of this edge loop, dissolve these edges, grab this one, bring that down. A little bit more. We'll take the arm out of that, those faces. feels more natural. If we took these verts at the end, in see-through mode, give them a little scale, bring them down a touch. It's good. There we got wrists. All right, toss in some edge loops. There's your elbow. Ta-da. A look in clay mode. Seems okay. We've got extra loop here. I wonder if we could take that out. Just take that whole edge. Like so. Let's do the same thing on this side. Oh, interesting. On this side, it's over here. Dissolve those edges. Okay, it does give us triangles at some odd spaces, but that's okay with me. Still means we have these edge loops here. It's fine. To me, it feels like this set of edge out here on the right side of this needs to be pulled in. All right, let's just select those here. Edge mode 1. You know what? We could use the fancy cursor with this one. That one. Good. Bring that in a touch. Oh, so much nicer. All right, same thing here. Oh. Give that a save. Just to make sure we don't lose it. Okay. All right. That's not too bad. Let's look at it with our chibi again. In the light. Yeah, let's get the arms done. We're going to do the arms not in the pose in the picture, but for the armature. Same for the legs. Let's adjust the armature so that we can do that. I'm going to take away my character and get the meta rig on here. Gotta get this posed right. Alright. Let's save this before we get too deep into that. So we take those. We scale Z on that. It pulls up the other pieces. But depending on how you're, like what modifications you want, you have to. Not entirely sure how to do this. Edit mode. Give that a select. I want to select individual bones. Object mode, edit mode. There we go. Guess in this case we might just want to elongate the spine. Ah, but it does that doesn't move things. Okay, well, back out of that. Let's add a little bit more. Scale Z. Okay, that might. That's a little tough. Okay, so where does the top anchor? We'll have to put that back. Oh, I know. We'll put the world origin on that little nub there. That itty bitty little thing at the base of the neck. So Shift S, cursor to selected, there. And now select this spine, hit L, select these pieces here. Oh, and a little more. Not this one. Yes, that ball. Okay, we're gonna scale, but we're gonna scale according to the cursor. Ah, it's not doing it. It's doing it to the center of that, isn't it? .3D cursor. Oh, there we go. All right, let's get the hips in the right spot there. Oh, okay. Cursor went to the other screen. All right. There we go. Got that. Now we're going to scale out the hips a touch. There we go. Probably should have scaled the whole base of this. No, not like that. Okay, there we go. Just a little bit further there. Right there. Then I'll bring the model into match once I get the hips in the right spot. There. I'll change the model to match the armature. Did I butcher the feet there? Are those? Hey, what is going on down here? Nope, those moved out just fine. Okay. I have to admit, I don't recognize this part of the anatomy. Is it like a left-right bone? I mean, that's a heel, right? Let's select on it. Oh yeah, it says heel. All right. Got this. Now, the arms. Now let's get rid of the chibi front. This guy. Character. select mode, edit mode. Something's a little off. There we go. Okay, now for the arms. This loop here, we might want to go up. Whoa. Might want to bring that up. Let's check the reference. No. So do we bring the shoulder down? Yeah, it seems like we have to bring these components down. All right. So to do that, we have to scale some other elements to make that happen. It's just doing that doesn't work. Okay, that's the neck, the head. Let's take that piece off. If we scale this, what happens? Yes, that moves that. Now here. Drat. Okay, so we're gonna have to move that down. So what is this linked to? I need to look at that in the rig. I want to expand all. Alright, let's see. Where's this one? Yeah, that's your shoulder. Shoulders attached to spine 3. So if we scale this, okay, other pieces move up and down, but not left to right. I see. So these might actually be independent of kind of where the spine attaches. Should probably increase the length of the neck. So we can scale that up. But we want to scale it from this point here. So let's put the origin of the world there. Cursor to selected. Alright, so then we want transform to that, and then also to the 3D cursor. Like there. Scale. Alright, something like that. We're going to take these, and that, along with those there. Put those down a touch. Okay. Now we'll match it. What is this bone? That's the hand. Okay, so this forearm. I think their forearm. What is this? This is their upper arm. Got it. Okay, and that's their shoulder. Upper arm left. Shoulder. Got it. Change the selection mode. Go into vertex. Let's see. Scale X 0. No. We're not scaling it to that anymore. Let's put the cursor back to world origin. Okay. And we're going to scale according to the median point, and cursor goes back to global. Okay. Select those. Scale X 0. Got that. Do the same thing here. Scale X 0. So that when we translate these. Put that kind of over here. This one's going to come here. Then we'll rotate this. Kind of like so. Rotate these. Scale these down a bit more. Oh no, that's not what I meant. Okay. Let's get them lined up this way. Let's look from the top. Oh goodness. How do I hide vertices in this? Can I hide? Oh, you can hide, I think. Yeah. And how do you show? I selected. Alt H? Reveal hidden. Okay. Let's go to the front view. Gonna hide the head. Hide that. Let's go to the top view. Should be able to zoom in here. Look at the armature. And get these vertices. Oh, that's a strange sort of motion, isn't it? Undo that. Just trying to move them in the Y order. GY. Let's try it. What's that look like? Seems, or I say okay. Right, back to the top here. Alright, that I think is pretty close. Okay, what about the legs? Let's get these lined up. Actually, we could just X that, dissolve edges, just for now. We need those later, we can add them back. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Okay. I like the way the shoulders are. In terms of the shading on them. This one. Oh, let's hide the armature. I do not like this section down here, where the hips join in. Should probably get rid of that. Can we get rid of? Maybe we just bring it in some? I like that edge there. Let's see. Uh-oh. Move those up. So that means we could also bring the hip up a little, but that might be weird for some of these. Oh, we're gonna bring those back down. Closer there. Bring that in a little. Okay. I want to do the same thing here. It's way too close. All right. Oh shoot, I've lost track of time. Okay. Let's get this piece here cleaned up and then kind of wind down. I want to bring that closer to the body there. This also closer. And if I need some sort of edge loop or something up there, we can do that. Technically, that selected vertice, I think, should go further in. Whoa. Oh. That's in the X direction. Yeah, that's better. How about on the front? Yeah, same thing. No, GZ. Nope. GX. Go in the X direction. There we go. Nice. Okay, that's better. Well, I think our little chibi's coming together. Let's simplify it a little bit before we go too far. So I don't think stuff like this is adding much to solve edges. And we're going to add edges back in a bit, but not yet. Anything that's not actively adding. Technically this little piece in the front here, but I want that whole edge loop going around. So how much do I want it? Could I just delete these edges in the front? But then you get that big weird section on the right there. Alright, we'll leave it. Same with the collarbone area. Although we should probably do the same thing where we brought that in. That up, nice and tight. Now, how's that look? a little bit better. I think this point here. Come out a little. Yeah, that's better. Nice. In only 224 vertices, we have our kind of chibi-esque starting character. All right, something that is getting me right now is that the legs do not appear rounded. So if we take that edge loop, oh no, I don't want to add a circle. I want to sphere. There we go. Round that out a little bit. Can actually adjust it with the mouse. Look at that. That is so cool. Yeah, that gives it a little bit of shape. You can do the same thing with the ankle. It works better on the ankle, and then I can actually scale in those outside points here. Okay. Just same like these. Take it out just a little bit. Being able to select edge loops is amazing. All right. And then this one too. Whoa, that is not what I wanted. Oh, I wanted the edge loop. I wonder if it failed. And it's not going to give it to me. Ooh. Fancy. Okay, so why not? Look at that. So nice. Bring some of these down. I'm gonna pull that out and then move it back in. There. Looks better. Maybe this edge loop. I'll move that one up to the bottom of the rib cage. About there. There. Cool. Well, I want to get that associated with. I want to get those vertex points back. How do I unhide things? Oh, there we go. Phew. I was afraid I'd lost that top bit forever. That's a decent character for the moment. Maybe I can find some armature animations to associate with it. Get some deformations going. Give that a save. We're gonna come back over here. Okay. Well, I gotta get going. Well, that's our character from. Oh, could have sworn I got their head in that shot. There we go. Bit of red lampy. That pie? Name pie? I'll have to ask. But anyhow, until next time, y'all. Bye bye.